Hello, I'm Jackie and welcome to Gigi's Kitchen. Today we're going to make a lemon pound cake. Yay! These are the ingredients we will be using to make the pound cake today. You can use a cup of sugar, but today I'll be using a organic raw cane sugar. I'll be using a cup of milk, actually buttermilk. And what we're going to do is take the almond milk, 1 cup of almond milk, and mix in a tablespoon of lemon juice. Let it sit for a few minutes, and that'll make your buttermilk. And we'll be using 2 cups of flour. You can use all-purpose flour if you like, but I'm using gluten-free flour. And a ½ teaspoon of salt. And I'm using lemon extract. You're going to use 2 teaspoons of lemon extract, about some baking powder, about 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and ½ a cup of butter. And this is my plant-based butter. This stick here is a ½ a cup. Okay, I have a bowl. I have 2 cups of flour here. You can make it gluten-free or regular, it doesn't matter, all-purpose flour. You can use it. But here I've gotten 3 teaspoons of baking powder and a ½ a teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to put this in here. And yes, I actually sift my flour. I put it in a sifter. It just makes the cake lighter and fluffy. Make sure you don't have any lumps anywhere. Just season it, shake it out. Let's make sure we preheat our oven to 350. I've already put parchment paper in my pan. I'm going to make like a bread, like in a loaf pan, bread loaf pan. That's how I'm going to make my cake. And now, see all the little bits and pieces, you can just dump it in the garbage. That way you don't have lumps in your batter. 1 cup of sugar. Put that in there in my dry ingredients. You're going to need a stick of butter, which is a ½ a cup of butter. And I've had it sitting out so it's soft. Tablespoon of lemon juice. Here it is. And 2 our buttermilk. And 2 our almond milk. And we're going to make some buttermilk. Doesn't take long. Okay. We've got all our dry ingredients, so we're just going to mix them up together. Stir them up. Make sure we get everything in there. Stir it in there together, as you can see. Just mix it up. That's all. Mix it up. Okay. Now that we got our dry ingredients in here, my butter. And now what I'm going to do is put this on low and mix it in, and we're going to slowly add in our kernel buttermilk. Guys, can you see how it's coming along? Okay. I want to spill it. Coming along great. Now I'm just going to get in here, get it all off the sides. Guys, this is so beautiful. Look at this, how creamy this is. Now you should have your pan already greased up with butter. That's how you want it. Y'all, this is it. This cake mix is done. That's it. Teaspoons of lemon extract in here. So let me just pour that on back in there. I can mix this up with my spatula. Sure it gets all up in there. So we got the butter, we got the sugar. Oh my goodness. Let's just taste it. That is yummy. Oh, that is delicious. Now all we're going to do is pour this batter to the cake pan. Okay, now we are pouring our batter into the loaf pan. And we're going to let this bake for about an hour, 60 minutes. And then we're going to pull it out in 40 minutes. And I'll put a piece of aluminum foil over the top so that the, just make it a tint. Just make it like a tint over your cake. So that when the cake, as you see, just spreading it in here with my parchment paper. And just smooth it out in your pan. Make sure you get it all in those edges. Make sure the parchment paper is pushed down. Or if you just oil it, just pour it down in there. Be all good. Smooth it down. Look at that. Here comes our cake, guys. There we go. We're gonna make an icing with it. Okay, now we're gonna put this in the oven and let it bake. Okay, now I have just put the tint on my cake. As you can see, it's not touching the cake. Just put a tint over it. Just don't want it to get too dark too fast. That's it. Okay, now we're about to make the lemon icing. We've got a cup of powdered sugar and about 1.5 tablespoons of milk, but I'm gonna pour it slowly in here as I stir because it doesn't take too much liquid to mix up in the powdered sugar. So just pour it slowly. You don't need it too wet, and just whip it up. You gotta whip. Just gonna whip it up. We'll use all that. Then maybe pour it slowly. 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Lemon extract. This up. Okay, and this is perfect. This is how I want it. Look at that. That runs off there. This is how we want it to run on our cake. Now, I'm going to take our little cake here. And we're gonna drizzle it on top. It's gonna run down the sides. See it? All over it. Hit the sides, the edges, it'll run down the edges just perfectly. That. Guys, that's it. We just made, oh, did I not tell you? It was vegan. Yep, a vegan pound cake, guys. Looks delicious. Let's get one of my sons that's here to taste it. Hey, 46.
Yo, yo.
Trouble man.
Hey.
Hey, babe, I need you to taste a piece of this cake. Hold on.
Okay. What you got right here?
Here, 46. Taste this piece of cake.
Hey.
There you go. Taste that. Tell me what you think. Let the folks know what you think.
I barely got to chew it. It's moist. I like that
moist.
It's a little warm.
Yeah, it's still in the center.
Mm-hmm. The crunch actually is pretty good, though. Like,
really? You like it?
I like that it's almost like you can eat that at, after dinner dessert or maybe even for breakfast.
What you think? Really? Yeah?
I really enjoyed that. Yes, I really like that. Oh, yeah.
And no animals were harmed. You're going to try to tear it up now. 46. Trouble man. Joining me. Make it a great day on purpose. And I'm Jackie, Gigi's Kitchen.